Thank you. Getting everything set up. I should have the backgrounds muted so I won't hear myself twice. You do hear someone coughing though. Today is fun because I got a package early and I got to take off my front derailleur. The front derailleur is in the corner and I have two chain rings in the corner, new one on the bike, one. It's all about those Strava KOMs. So the music is from a YouTube channel called No Copyright Music, and it says free to use. You just gotta say who the artist is and the song. So I have it down there in the bottom right corner. The band's going. So this shifter does nothing now. It's nothing over here. Maybe I can find a just a left brake. Can't be. Maybe someone's crashed, and I can gut it and just have that left brake lever. Because I don't want to take mine apart. I have, but not this one. I'm just making sure the chain stays on. Nothing keeping it on. So lately, because this has been on my mind, to drop the small chain ring. When I do group rides, I see if I need it, and I haven't needed it. Maybe once, but I didn't realize how short the hill was. I thought it kept going, and I was gonna save my legs, but it's a short little climb. You power through it. Yeah. So it might just be a matter of like pack drafting skills. If you get dropped from the group, it's you have to expend a lot more energy, and so a few of the people who I've seen kind of starting for the first time, like they hopped into a race, and they ended up you know, off the front, off the back, off the front, and it was taking a lot out of them. But it's just like being on the bike outside. You gotta sit on people's wheels. In game? No. Oh, okay. No, I didn't see it. Yeah. Alright. It's a good sign. All three are working. There we go, back to drawing peanuts. I'm hoping my my chainring stays on. No front derailleur, but it is a drop-stop chainring. And I tried pedaling and hitting it, pushing it over, and it seemed to stay on pretty well. I have a follower on Twitch. Thank you, Ashley. You were awesome. I think I need a mirror behind me so you can see what Katie's doing on camera. She's cute. I'm getting excited about the expansion. It's not out yet. Maybe it is. Maybe it's out right now. And I just have to download it. But let me climb up and over the mountain. We'll pass by the barricades. See who is protesting today. I think today I'm on the Three Sisters route. But I really like being able to go up and over the KOM, Mountain Pass, and then the volcano. I think it's a nice hour and a half. It's been nice having the power peanut. So I can see at higher cadences. It's a nice oval. And as it drops down, it's more of a peanut as I muscle through. Oh, it's nice. I think I'm more worried about running out of gears up the mountain, only having one chainring, more so than being outside. Even though I can change the road feel in Zwift, like I can make it so I have to shift through all my gears, and I don't want it to be flat. Like I don't want to lower it all the way. I actually have sweet tea today. So I guess what I should do is adjust the realism in Zwift. So going up the radio tower, it is the last gear, so I can use all the gears. I don't have to worry about it rubbing on the front derailleur anymore. It's gone. Bye. So I can see myself delay on the stream, and that's what I'm listening to, just to make sure all the levels are correct. So it looks like a 9-second delay. I love being able to see the active background. Get to watch the sunrise and sunset. You never have to go outside. I'm pretty happy with how quiet the drivetrain is. How are ya? I can't hear you. I'll have to wait until the mic picks it up. You can see a little bit down here my chainring package. I think that's the plastic it came in. So, this is me. One of these is me. One of these is me. Just so I have all of them open. Someone's hanging out. Maybe two of them's me. I love me that much. Oh, I heard that on the mic. Yeah, I heard what you said. Sort of. Just mumbling over there in the corner, huh? Oh, to see the lights? Yeah, absolutely. It depends on if it's raining. So I want to go outside and see if you can see the studio lights through the window. I just want to make it clear. I don't want to ride my bike outside. The bike's staying here. I'm gonna walk and see if I can see the bike in here. So after putting this chainring on, I'm surprised at how light chainring bolts are. Yeah, they're aluminum. And how that is supposed to hold the chainring on under power. Is Bunny Dude. Thank you, Bunny Dude. I love him. The more of these I get, and the bigger my smile. Oh, I feel it. Almost to that radio tower. We'll see. I'm gonna adjust the difficulty. Easier or harder so I can use the whole range of gears. Are you watching? You should let me know what you think of the audio. If the music is okay, you can hear voice. One thing I can tell is if I talk away, I can hear the room more. But if I talk into the mic, it's a lot better quality. It's surprising, right? The audio is going to come out of the speaker on the back of the phone and not the headset speaker on the mouth. Yeah, that one. I think you're used to listening like a phone when you're trying to hear my voice. So can you hear the music and the voice? I'll talk a little bit so you can get a good example. So right now, I'm going up the Epic KOM. I'm headed to the radio tower, and I'm gonna see if my gears are suitable, and I'm gonna adjust the difficulty so I can use all the gears and shift through. Uh-oh. What is this? I wonder if that's Denning. I want to hear about his cyclocross race. Are you watching on Mixer or YouTube? Ah. It's Katie. Oh.
Are you disappointed that it's me?
How's my voice sound now? Sun's coming up. That's up to you. I get to hear my voice twice as well. So I still have 3 gears that I can shift through. I should be fine going up the radio tower. And if that's the case, I'm going to adjust it a little bit more difficult. I need some weights. We can do the Peloton bike, right? Got weight some of that. I'm a cyclist. I have nothing up here. I know. Don't show off. You'll make me feel bad. I put your biceps on my calves. Yeah, still have 3 gears to go, but it's only 7%, not 20 something. Oh, this is the loud song. 12. 4. And the AC. So with the loud song, how's the voice? 3. What is this? What's going on? So today, I'm testing music for the first time. This comes from a channel that said no copyright music, so we'll see how that works out. And I also took off one of my chain rings. Good, I'm glad to hear it. So I'll keep adding more songs, little by little. I don't normally listen to too much music, so I don't have a collection. Nice. So I think I have to refresh the the follower alert, because top left corner there's a guy rocking out on a guitar who's supposed to announce it. Chat is working, follower account is working, but I have to refresh it every time. Yeah, do it again. That's so weird because I'm manually refreshing these, and the follow count changes. Or the yeah, yes, it works. Katie's dancing. I'm gonna take out my earpiece so I can talk for a few minutes without hearing myself again. Today I'm testing music for the first time. Down in the bottom left, artist and song, so it doesn't get flagged. This was from a channel that was, I think it was no copyright music, YouTube. The other thing that I'm doing is I have a single chain ring. Yeah, I know. That's why I haven't tried it yet, up until now, because listening to you say you get it flagged all the time. So I took one of my, both of my chain rings off, and I have a narrow wide single chain ring, and that way I can take off the front derailleur, cable, and housing, and it actually took 1/4 pound off the bike because the Strava KOMs are important. I have a few pro cyclists in the area that if I can get their time, we'll see. I'm pretty happy about it. So this is actually where I want to be. I want to see if I have enough gears going up the radio tower, and I'm going to adjust the erg mode. So I have to use, hopefully, all the gears. I don't want to shift up only once and then shift back on the downhill. I want to use the whole cassette of one chainring. I'm just worried about the chain falling off. I was soft pedaling, I was hitting the chain, seeing if I could get it to derail. I was pushing on it, I was pedaling backwards pretty fast. It's one thing to have it fall off on Zwift, it's another thing to have it fall off outside. So I am on Campy. This is a regular Campy rear derailleur, no clutch, that I don't believe is recommended. So actually, what are you up to tonight? Are you riding? Do I need to check Facebook for the photos? What color did you get? Yeah. So I just rewrapped my left side so I can pull the housing out. And even though it's like pre-shaped, nice. I had to wrap it over and over again just to get it just right, because I don't want to cut anything off. I want to have the bar tape come all the way to the stem. You can hold right in the middle. Nice. So, if you have the transition, thank you. If you have the transition that cuts off drastically, like the changing stars, Katie's is wrapped starting at the stem to the hoods, and so it changes just there, and then it continues the rest of the way. Didn't have to cut it, but I think it took like an hour just of wrapping and rewrapping to make sure, you know, it's not perfect, or to make sure it is perfect. Because you can adjust, yeah, where it's gonna hit. I could talk about bar tape for a while. Nice having Ashley here. Oh, I gotta do the gears. I have plenty of gear right now. It's up a little bit under the 2. Okay, I see your back. Oh, that's Katie, not Ashley. You're not the human I'm looking for. Aren't you 5'2"? Let me check your Zwift account. So I used to, as a kid, have to crawl under the Christmas tree and unplug it every night. But you can use your fan controller and turn it off and on. Yeah, if you go all the way to the stem. How old were you when you got married? Might not be late puberty, it might just be normal. Did you get tired of people saying, oh, you were youngin'? Because we got married when we were 21. And everyone made it seem like it was a big deal. When in reality, I think Katie's grandmother was, 16? Yeah. So Katie and I were 16 when we met. 16, yeah. 17 when we were... yeah. 17 was, we're a couple now. What? Yeah. I'm not sure how you guys. Oh, I guess I can be. Katie and I, like, we've never had to worry about separate bank accounts, and I imagine it's the same for you guys. But a lot of people, like, they have to figure that out. Yeah, yeah. So I'm good at Excel and math. I'm just bad at paying bills on time. But Katie does it. And I have no idea what's going on. I just keep buying bar tape and bike parts until she stops smiling. And then I know to back off a little bit and just get the necessities. Cassettes and chains and saddles and things. I feel like we have 20 bank accounts together. I don't really know, I just keep swiping. So what was difficult was Equifax. She canceled the cards, and I don't know what's going on. And yeah, Whenever Katie says, "Oh, we're doing really good right now," I add some stuff to the shopping cart. I don't think it's intentional that she's like hinting, like, oh yeah, you can spend money. I think she's just saying, we're not in debt anymore. And I help out with that. And now we are. But look, I only have one chain ring, Katie. So it's been fun just kind of testing things. I like having something to play with. And I have some fun little overlays. So Katie is worried about, oh, maybe my nose is running, or me too. I'm struggling to eat Kit Kats. And I just want to disappear. So this should mute the mic. And then you can have some privacy. And the other thing is when you're suffering, the music helps. Because before it was just silence. But I can do this. I'm really happy about Scotty the Squirrel, and I think yeah, I think if I create a new account, Scotty the Squirrel asks you to pair things, and then when you start to ride, he shows you this is your power, your RPM. I don't want to be creepy. I think he shows off the rider list, and it'd be really nice to have, you know, you get people who show up in stream and ask, like, what is this? It would be nice to be able to push a button and have Scotty the Squirrel hop from thing to thing. This is his power. Notice how low it is. He's not pedaling. His heart rate is through the roof. Down here's the power graph. So it would be nice if I could push one button and have him hop from place to place, but I might need to program on the keyboard one at a time and record the screen. Yeah. I got this from you. Record the screen as he hops around with a green screen, nothing else. And then use that as an overlay. And so I can just push one button and have it trigger the video. Okay, I want to turn left here. Nope, nothing. Nothing. I saw Eric Min was on the other day, I think 2 days ago. Turned on the game, opened up OBS, started streaming, and had a Facebook post ready. I was hoping to see him, because he came up the backside of the mountain. I was hoping to see him turn and go through the barricades and watch as his avatar went across roads that didn't exist. He chit-chatted, he went up and over the mountain, went down the backside through the aqua tunnels, and then stopped, unclipped, and he disappeared. And he seems to upload all his rides to Strava. But not that one. So I wonder if he kept riding, because he did a group ride the next day, and he uploaded that. So the reason why I think that you might be able to see him ride it is when the Volcano Climb came out. You know, I was excited. They sent out the tweet saying fresh tarmac, and opened up Zwift, and I didn't have an update. Opened up Facebook, and everyone was posting how awesome the new roads were. I opened up Zwift, no update. Turned off the computer, turned it back on. I uninstalled Zwift, reinstalled it. No update. And so I sat at the barricades of the Volcano Climb and watched as avatars went up roads that didn't exist to me. And I was thinking I could see Eric do the same. And if he did, he did it privately. I want to have a bunch of little squirrels pop up everywhere. Like if I can have a little tiny face pop up, maybe in like the Zwift Z, there's a little face popping out. Maybe hopping along the top of the game. Just fun little stuff. Because I don't feel like I can sit here and talk the whole time. If I'm racing, I seem to be doing okay in the little test streams. And that way there's fun little things. So I think I'll have 2 sets of music. One set to where it's just background noise. Katie, start making a squirrel puppet. Are you not watching the stream? My goodness.
We're talking to Ashley.
You're chatting with her?
Yeah.
Ashley says you should make a little squirrel puppet so you can hop around.
Like out of the sock?
Maybe out of a sock. Maybe you can go on Amazon and look for some squirrel socks.
Great idea.
I was telling her about the
Yeah, seahorse.
a seahorse, about the little hopping squirrels that I want.
Oh.
I have a chat on the Hideaway screen too. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm glad it works. It doesn't always work. So right now, I have, as a backup, I have, I think it's Restream.io, the chat app that they have for Windows. And for me, it's just over the Z next to the live chat. Yeah. I'd watch that. So I have a backup chat, Restream.io, their Windows app. And I see it on my screen up here, just as a backup. It's connected to YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch. And if something isn't working above my head, I'll see it there and know something's going on. And I love that you can, like I can click on it and I can say, hey, And that's Mixer and YouTube. Maybe Twitch will come through. There we go. And that's Twitch. So I can talk to all three chats for one at a time. And it's crazy that all of this is free. Katie appreciates that. So I have a question for you. Because I'm drinking sweet tea. When Katie was applying to graduate school, there was a school in Laramie, Wyoming. And we were thinking, oh, they're country, they're cowboy. Because I think you can actually park your horse at the university. And then Katie had this question, do they have sweet tea? Because, like, to us, sweet tea is a southern country thing, but like country. And we see the cowboys and think country. Do they have sweet tea? And if you don't know what sweet tea is, because no one here in Seattle seems to know what sweet tea is, it's like Kool-Aid, to where you load it with sugar, but tea, and it's iced. Katie was gonna base her decision on whether or not she was gonna go to that graduate school on whether or not they have sweet tea. So we won't be visiting you. I mean, we have a car, but I don't think we can carry enough sugar in the trunk to last. My stream on my phone stopped working, so I needed to make sure the internet's still on. So I have a jug of sweet tea in the fridge right now. When we moved here, we were asking at restaurants, "Oh, do you have sweet tea?" And they would think about it for a while. Oh, let me check in the back. And if they have to check in the back, they don't have sweet tea. It's something that you should make massive quantities of per table. So one thing... Oh... There we go. One thing I have to make sure of, is I open up Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer, just to make sure the streams come through, is to mute the stream. I think the last 2-3 times in a row, I could hear, like 6 seconds later, a repeat, because OBS picks up desktop audio, and it would hear me again. So something that's been really nice is an electric kettle. We were putting like a coffee mug in the microwave just to make hot water, and with the electric kettle, like, just flip the switch, it's gonna get to tea temperature, and it heats up so much quicker, and you don't have to worry about a hot cup. I'm gonna draft off this person real quick. Ready? Gotta make good use of these power-ups. So yesterday when I got on, I guess they were doing the 24-hour, the laps, the volcano laps, and I saw the group. I think it was like 4. I gotta make sure I say 4, because I keep doing this. 4 people just doing laps and laps. I think there was a few small groups at different paces, and I hopped on the front of this group. And my goal wasn't to make them go harder, but just to block the wind. And you know, I told them, set your own pace, and I'm gonna sit in front of you and make sure I'm like 1 to 5 meters ahead. And I think they were like 190 miles in, 190 miles, and all of a sudden they were setting PRs around the volcano, and I think they got a little bit worried, like, oh, we shouldn't be going this hard. I hope they weren't going any harder and just having the benefit of someone block the wind for them. I didn't want to mess up what they were doing, and they did seem pretty happy about it. They were excited to pick up the pace. That's what I hope, at least. It's weird, right? How long are they here for? I'll ask when I see you again.
I'm reading an actual novel.
Oh, nice. Look at that peanut. My goodness. It's a figure 8. Actually, I think this is a good time to step away for a second. Let me fill up my bottles. I need to put a little... Be right back. All I have is... So this stuff is awesome. SIS. I guess seeing it's like an hour and 16 minutes in, I should have a little something. Oh, okay, thank you. So there's something fun that I want to do another time. When I was in Japan last year, I came across, they have the discount bins at grocery stores, and it was because it was Halloween that these were on sale. And these are Halloween Russian cookies. And it's Russian roulette. So there's 12 cookies in here. And I thought, because it says 10 of 12, that 10 of them were good cookies, and there's 2 of them that are really hot. So they actually expire a few months from now. So I was thinking 10 of 12 of them were normal cookies. The Russian roulette ones are hot. It's one note of heat, and it's a good burn for maybe 30 seconds, and then it goes away. But they're good cookies. 10 of them are hot. 10 of them. So I was thinking, I'll do a stupid stream one day, and every time I get a kudos, a ride on, I'll shove a cookie in my mouth. Katie was saying I should have stupid food over here. You know, I'm riding, doing a group ride, and all of a sudden I've got like a tostada, and I'm trying to eat. Got maybe a bottle of champagne. So an interval section, I'll have 12 intervals. Yeah. And if it's a, what did you say? Is it a good one? Then I have to go hard? Yeah. So maybe I'll make some cookies here, and I'll do 50-50. I can space them out for the correct calories of the ride, and have an interval ready. And yeah, if I get a hot cookie, then that's my burn. And if I don't, my legs can burn instead. I like that, it's a good idea. So each time I get a good cookie, I can do an FTP test. I've been playing around just for fun and pulling, see if I can add one in. Little Scotty the Squirrel things, fun images. I have a little folder I've started. Let's see if I can find it. OBS. What else do I have? You gotta get around to it. You gotta do it. I love all these little guys. So this one's probably green on the background still. What else do I have? I think it's those 4. Here's one more, Scotty. Ha! Yeah. I like all my Scotties. And then I've got disqualified. DQ. So there's a mac and cheese powder that we found online on Amazon. And we tried a few because the first one was so good. And the reviews were saying it's just like Kraft mac and cheese. And now we have it's Anthony's brand mac and cheese powder, cheddar powder. And I add that to a lot of things. Like I'll just do pasta and add that. And then if you add a little bit of hot sauce, like the next level mac and cheese. I think you can add it to popcorn as well. And it lasts a while. Let's turn the fans back on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I just heard the fan boops. This is a stream test, so I'm going to do it again. It's the sound effect man right here. I think if I was doing like 400 watts chit-chatting with one leg, I might get in trouble. What is this? So, Ashley, you were right about Mixer, YouTube, Twitch. Mixer is popular, at least for little streams. I've had a few people show up. Twitch says 1 because I watch in the background. And I'll see it say 2. And what's really cool is if I say hi, it goes back to 1. So I wish it was easier to find people who are streaming a certain game, because they have the big search on Mixer, and I type in Zwift, and I get channels with Zwift in the name, and I couldn't find where to search for the game. And I've been trying for a while, and I finally found it. And I wonder if that's just me seeing a mobile version on my desktop. I don't know why I've struggled with, okay, good. I think it's so clean and simple on the Mixer page. Like you've got, like here's Ashley's stream, you, and the chat, and it fits so perfectly. I didn't realize that I could scroll down. And yeah, I had to ask you a few times, what's a VOD and where do I find it? Thank you, Katie. You're awesome. So I'm only on Mixer. Definitely not Twitch, not YouTube. Don't look for it. Doesn't exist. I think it's all like under the same name. Like if you search Jonathan Levi on YouTube, that's the one that's different and it pops up. Otherwise, I think it's like J_Levi_Seattle for Twitch, Mixer. I'm gonna marry Katie and change my last name. What's your last name right now? Oh, it's the same? Never mind. So, like we've been, oh, hold on. Yeah. Like right now, I think the YouTube channel is my Gmail, and I have my own like YouTube account, and then I think YouTube switched to, do you want to use your your Gmail? And so I got a second channel from that, and when I had dash cams on the bike, I had another channel, Seattle Cyclist, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to put this on that channel. I had a car jump the curb to intentionally try and hit me, and the video on there, I think it hit like 50,000 views in a couple days, and it was on the news, and I had news people contact me and ask to do an interview, and I got subscribers on that channel from that one video, but this isn't related. So we've been thinking about like from the FTP test, we both do a good job of starting out high, going low, and then digging deep at the end. And so we were thinking of starting the using the channel name, The Recovery Smile. Copyright, trademark for the people who are watching. Katie, don't take it from me. You just gotta smile, Katie, if you're gonna be on the Recovery Smile. Yeah. So on Strava, I was actually kind of protective. At first, everything was open. But I started to get all these KOMs and chase things down. And for racing, people can see that. Yeah. People can see that information, that power, and use that to graph out my power for a race. Or just to take my KOMs, which is more important to me. So now, like, it's private just to make it a little bit more difficult to see the KOMs. I care about this a lot. I took the front derailleur off the bike to be marginally more aerodynamic, and it takes 1/4 pound off. It's a super record front derailleur cable housing, one chainring, 1/4 pound. And so it's set to private. If you live locally, like I'm a little bit cautious. But if you're from New Zealand, South Dakota, or New York, like, instant approval. But if I see someone like in Illinois and they run and they don't ride, I kind of, like, why would they follow? I don't know. So I don't approve that. Normally they just follow like 2,000 people and no one follows them back. And as nice as it is to have followers, you gotta be an active person, I guess. Not just a account for. I think we have to set the channel rating a little higher now. I used the W word. So a lot of people, they hide not the power so much, but what power up they have. And I don't think I'm gonna hide it. I've been lucky and I've had the Aero power up for the races. But I think I'll leave it open. I mean, you can look at Zwift power and see 5 second, 10 second, 15 second, 30 second, 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 20 minute power. And you can see the best that person has ever done. Maybe this little graph down here would be more telling if you were invested in the race. Like right now, I've been chit-chatting, and you know, if someone was watching the stream while racing, they would see like, oh, he's not working at all. And if it was sky-high red, and you could see I was cross-eyed, that they would have the advantage. Let me push a little bit harder on this hill and I can drop him. I think if you are showing, I gotta point the right way. If you are showing your power up, your power, and your information, you might get more streamers, more viewers. Having the higher view count, your stream will become more popular, more followers. So maybe show it off. Oh, that's a sad face. I thought it was a happy face for a second. So, the problem I had like a year or two ago is I didn't have any weaknesses, but I didn't have any strengths. Like, I was okay overall, and I didn't know what to do for my training. Like, do I focus on, like, a sprint, even though I'm okay at FTP? Do I train more like a triathlete and increase my FTP and be in the middle of the group without a sprint? And I think what I'm going to do this year is focus on FTP. You know, there's some people who I ride with who, they have a good sprint, but they're not there at the end. And if they can't get into the breakaway and stay there, they don't have a chance. And I'd rather have a higher FTP, at least for being outside, and finish well overall consistently. You know, if I can get in the break and hang on to the back of the break, it's like winning the group sprint. So for me, what's odd, like, my sprint's okay, my 1 minute power, like, I don't know why it's so high. If you know the power profile chart, 1 minute, the world record, like, set point that they use is 11.5 watts per kilogram, which is the same as me at, I think, 138 pounds, doing 725 watts for a minute, which is what I can do. So I'm at the very top of that chart, which makes me not trust the chart. Maybe I would trust it if we had a 1 minute hill finish for a race. And then 5 minute power is okay, and FTP is, I think, below that. It's surprising to see the range of FTPs that they have. Katie, what are you at? 120 now? Yeah. She just did another FTP test, and I think she increased it by 1 watt, 2 watts, 3 watts. Yeah. Yeah, and she started out, I think it was like 170. Like, she was putting out 170 watts for the first ever, and then dropped down, and then came back up. So she should have done so much better, because she keeps doing these rides, and they look so easy at the FTP that she has it set to. And I think she just kind of bombed this FTP. I mean, I was surprised to see that she finished. You can rewatch it live. It'll feel like it's there live on YouTube. And watch her suffer. So I've done a few FTP tests and quit kind of halfway through. I think I did 4 and I quit. I just wasn't feeling it that day. And I think she wasn't feeling it that day and still got a better FTP number, which is incredible. So how many fans do you have? Because we have like a blower fan. This guy It's 250 cubic feet of air per minute. And then we have 3 20-inch fans. We used to only use this. The 20-inch fans are 18,000 cubic feet of air per minute. And I've done an FTP test just with this. I can do one now without sweating. And that, every time I bought a fan, my FTP went up. So I think a lot of people, like you can look at the Zwift Riders Facebook page, people were just posting their setups. And I'm looking through the photos and I was asking like, where's the fans? A lot of people didn't have a fan in the photo. Maybe they have AC, maybe they have a ceiling fan, but it's not enough. You know, they might have like a tiny little fan off to the side. Maybe they're using their laptop exhaust fan to cool them off. Fans make a big difference. Yeah. Let me pick up one of these. Oh, I'm gonna grab the light. I unplugged it. So this is my Hurricane. We've got 3 of them. Here you go, 8. Thank you. On remote controls. I gotta one of these rides. I'll have a Casey mustache. The way that we have the fans set up, the one directly in front of me hits me in the face, and thankfully I don't think it hits the mic. The one on the left hits kind of chest and hips, and the one on the right is legs and feet, and that way I kind of have a full coverage. With just one fan, like it's a lot of air, but even these, it's a tight column of air. This, it feels like it pushes a lot of air, but you can only hit a small spot wherever you aim it. So I am 6 foot, 140 pounds. I was worried about, with the racing on Zwift, someone's seen the avatar and the race results. Like 6 foot, and he weighs how much? But with this, you know, I can like, I'm not 200 and something pounds. I'm not picking whichever weight I want to race at. So that's why I get excited about like pulling off the front derailleur. I have quick releases. They're not quick because I have to use a tool to undo them. Yeah, it's all about power to weight, and I didn't realize that until recently. Like it wasn't Zwift. Zwift, maybe that's how they program it, but it doesn't mean that's the way it is outside. I raced with someone this year. He was a teammate. Dessert is good. And he weighs 125 pounds. He's a little kid. He's not a little kid, he's an adult who can kick my butt in a bike race. And his power numbers, like they look so small, but he is fast. We can like we were down in California doing a team ride, and I was doing 300 watts, sitting on his wheel, and he was doing 200 something watts, and we were rotating, And he's smaller, so he's got a better aero profile. And it was, I didn't have a draft behind him. We were taking turns rotating as a team. And part of the cycling tactics was, why do I keep getting stuck behind someone I can't draft off of? So at the time I had bars that were a little bit too wide. It was like 2 centimeters. Maybe the stem was like that much too high. And I felt like I had a parachute on. So now I'm at, actually, I have women specific bars. I tried 140s, and then I think I tried 38s, and now I have 36s. The only people that make a 36 is, I think these are Shimano. Yeah, Shimano the Pro. And Specialized. And I was worried I was gonna have bars that were too narrow. But like shoulder width, like that's correct. And as soon as I hop on a bike that's a little bit wide, I just feel like I have a parachute on. So I put my previous bars on Katie's bike, and she really likes that narrow feel. And I'm thankful, because it took like an hour and a half to wrap the bars. I have to be careful with the desserts. Why? Because they taste too good. So, the very first bike that I had was a giant OCR2, like $900 or something, and the bars were so wide that I would get down in the drops and I would hold them like this instead of like that. I wanted to ride narrower, and so I would bend my wrists, and I got narrower bars and narrower bars until I'm finally like in this tight tucked position, and I'm not doing that anymore. And I think that's correct. I was worried about going too narrow, but with these Strava KOMs, you want to get those shoulders up to the ears and get that low turtle profile. So we're gonna get Katie's FTP up. She's gonna do a test the way that you recommend it, the way that you've been doing it, starting out below and slowly going up. I do the same thing. I want to do, not the same thing you do, the same thing she does. I want to start at my new power, and I want to hold it the whole 20 minutes, and then sprint at the end. And I start to hold it, and then I start to go below my old power, and then I click quit. I'll try it again. I'll do it another time. I'm not feeling well today. Okay, at your current. But is that your current like FTP? Or is that your 20-minute power test? Which would be like your 5% under your previous 20-minute test. And then match, and then high, and then sprint. So is your FTP set to 130 right now? Or is that the 20-minute power? I keep trying the 20-minute power. I keep, okay. I keep wanting to do the 20-minute power on erg mode and just control the trainer from the phone. Like, okay, I got this. And then raise it up. And I think the problem that I have is, like, I'm gonna get a better number today, so riding on my old number should feel easy. But the problem is, it still feels like an FTP test, even if I ride at the old number. Oh my goodness, look at this group. I'm gonna miss it. Oh, because I'm not in game, I'm in OBS. Okay, hold on. Stream it. Your chat's too long. It got cut off. I can see it though. I think this does it from the podium. Some of my kits do that. Oh, I just read that. I've got to have it all mature now. Because I'm not very mature. Is that how that works? Thank you. I love the ride-ons. Part of my day is just making sure I got everyone else. So Katie, it sounds like you need to have your own channel, because this one is pretty immature. We call it adult Zwifty time. It's the profanity filter. Oh, the black bar. So what naughty words can I say on the family friendly stream? So I think what I need is one of these. So I'm excited to ride the keyboard as Katie Zwifton. So I can throw all the fun stuff on screen for her. Did the dog take your spot? Did it take the dog bed? Pick which side of the dog you want to sleep on, I guess. So, thanks for joining. It's been a lot of fun having someone to talk to. Katie gets boring after a while.
30 years.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I know nothing. What kind of dog? Is it a Saint Bernard? That's the one, right? You carry the whiskey. Oh, nice. Right? It's cute. You gotta film it. Let's save those memories. You gotta ask Katie for advice. She's good at setting up stuff in awkward ways that get me really suspicious. Okay. Nice, that's exciting. So I expect to see a lot of corgi pictures on Facebook in about a month. Corgis and mustaches. So how are you gonna sleep the night before? Because I think if Katie was setting something up, or if I was setting something up, I'd be up all night. Is it the same for you? Casey, come down to the basement. Stand right in front of my bike. I'll be right back. You can ask him, hey, will you check the settings on the live stream? Turn off the camera. Have him go through and click through on OBS. Oh, it's recording now? Look what I have for you. Yeah. Car's making this weird woofing noise. We didn't upgrade the stereo, but I think the subwoofer has something's going on with the subwoofer. It's a good thing you don't live in Arizona. Don't leave a dog in the car there. So I don't know if you're the one that does grocery shopping. I do the grocery shopping. And I think if I had something, I could call Katie and ask, like, hey, will you help me bring down groceries? I need help bringing this puppy upstairs. See, I would ruin it, because I would call her, and that would be the conversation. Hey, Katie, will you help me with this puppy? I got us a puppy. Surprise! And she'd say, oh, I'm not home yet. I'm still at work. Today's Tuesday. It's my late night. I'm doing dinner with coworkers. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll just play with the puppy. Hurry home. Yeah, I would ruin that. That's a good surprise. I think if I were to ask Katie to come look at the car, I wouldn't be able to say it with a straight face. And I'm smiling just thinking about it. So I've tried pretty hard. It looks like he found me. Now you're gonna sneak off into the night. Have a good night. Count puppies and go to sleep. So Katie, as soon as this number drops to 2, I can stop smiling. But not yet. So I think it's at 2 now. I can see on my chat, my hidden chat, there's 4, 1, 2, and then there's 3. So that probably needs to get updated. I don't know why it sort of kind of works, but it's sort of kind of free. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, I think if I go into OBS and right click on it, properties, just don't ever stop smiling. This burns. You don't realize how much this, oh, there we go. How much this hurts. Just smile. It's time to get serious. I think there's a lot of serious people on online.
Oh yeah?
I was watching Mixer. It seems weird. That I'm not trying to smile. I'm just. I can see myself, and so it's hard not to smile. Watching other people on Mixer, it's hey, it's people playing video games. And it's not like, how do they have 400 people watching? 400. How? What's up? You can subscribe for $6.99. You can leave a comment for 80 bucks. And yeah, I'm gonna be here all day. $1 a minute. I don't know how Mixer works, obviously. Look at that power graph down here. That's incredible. I'm pretty happy about this jersey. Me versus the world, like always. And I'm pretty happy about the 2 hours that I've done today. 2 hours, 8 minutes, 9 minutes. And yeah, I'm gonna eat and call it a day. This has been a lot of fun. I got music today. I lost the chain ring. I paid to lose the chain ring, and yeah, nothing else too new. Bye. Let's click that little stop streaming button. Maybe my internet has cut already and did it for me. If not, remember to keep on breathing. I have to make a funny face and then click stop.